Nothing is scarier than seeing an opera singer spawn right next to you in this map, especially if you know that these opera singers in high tier have that sweet green ping just zooming around. But nonetheless, let me tell you some of the quick thinking I've had to do in order to counter this. First of all, I didn't go up the stairs over here because if I do, it's also going to shorten her route. You see she casts back over here and it's going to shorten up her route to catch up to me. So instead I play around these railings at the very bottom and I just wait for her to drop or to commit in that direction. I can't make it to that pallet. I would have to use my shock, and I really do not want to end up using my shock here. I really want to make sure to stall as much time as possible without it. So I transition to this open pallet, which is also harder to dash in as there's only a few shadows to get here to the first place. And I'm just gonna full on confidently try to play around this pallet. I get a lucky 50-50 here. I managed to drop the pallet before she does anything over here. Now this is where I would need to use my shock, especially if I want to make sure that I get this window. And then I have to transition to the next best area because I'm not going to play around in opera in those two windows. Now prisoner grew a skinny way, so I don't get hit here, and neither do I get hit there. She casts back over here, she gets the hit, so we have to transition. I don't want to use that area. Let's just play around this. Here's something very smart that you can do though. You see how I dropped that pallet on my side? She actually thinks I went the other way here because most people will just take the pallet, like drop the pallet right behind them and keep looping. But instead I decided to wait, especially because I have my broken window speed boost on pallets, and just make sure to hide my trails as much as possible. By slow vaulting, she doesn't really know which side I'm in, so this gives me a lot of free kiting time. And well, she ends up spotting me here, yes, but that also forces her to use her blink, which is a huge deal. The ciphers are also looking very healthy, and I need to make sure that I don't die next to whichever cipher is getting decoded over here, because most of the ciphers are now on this side of the map. So I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna kite around Lion Cage, and if I die, I'm gonna die around here, at least as far away from third stop, which is the cipher that's currently being decoded. Can we manage to kite all the way up until the ciphers are primed? We're gonna try that exactly right now. She misses a bit her cast back here. I have to use my shock to make sure I don't get hit through the window. And this is 50-50 kingdom. I'm telling you, this is all 50-50s over here. Am I gonna vault the window? Am I not gonna vault the window? Over here, you see that? I'm gonna vault the window. She expected me to not vault the window. Am I gonna vault the pallet here? Yes, I will. But then she thought I was gonna vault back. But now I use my broken window speed boost. Am I gonna vault this pallet? Yes, I am. She thought I was gonna vault this pallet, so she ended up going around. I also confused myself because I thought she was gonna hit me, and then I'm faking it, and then you see that she thinks I'm gonna vault, but I don't end up vaulting. It's just 50-50 kingdom. In order to win those mind games, you just gotta confuse the hunter at this point. Don't, like, confuse yourself and confuse the hunter. Anyways, I know that sounds like absolutely nothing, but it really is the gist of mind games and playing around these windows and pallets. If you can confuse the hunter and they really don't know how you're gonna play around the loop, it's really gonna guarantee your chances of winning those mind games. Now, again, I'm just trying to stall as much time as possible, so going around over here usually is a death trap, and don't go, please. But because I'm just stalling enough time for my teammates to get out of